So we bring the nation building back here at home, not in Afghanistan. That's going to be a very popular message for the American people to hear. I was heartened to hear it. Everything is great. Now we get to the most important part, which is what he said in the beginning. How many troops is he taking out? Now, let me lay out the possibilities for you before this speech. They said the lowest possibility was 10,000 troops taken out at the end of this year. And then the second possibility was the middle ground approach, 20,000 troops taken out by the end of this year. And 50,000 was the highest possibility. Biden was pushing 50,000. Of course, the war opponents were pushing 50,000. The Pentagon was pushing 10,000 because they want to stay there as long as humanly possible, right? So, what was the conclusion? Let's watch clip 11.
For this reason, in one of the most difficult decisions that I've made as president, I ordered an additional 30,000 American troops into Afghanistan. When I announced this surge at West Point, we set clear objectives: to refocus on al-Qaeda, to reverse the Taliban's momentum, and train Afghan security forces to defend their own country. I also made it clear that our commitment would not be open-ended and that we would begin to draw down our forces this July. Tonight, I can tell you that we are fulfilling that commitment. Thanks to our extraordinary men and women in uniform, our civilian personnel, and our many coalition partners, we are meeting our goals. As a result, starting next month, we will be able to remove 10,000 of our troops from Afghanistan by the end of this year, and we will bring home a total of 33,000 troops by next summer, fully recovering the surge I announced at West Point. After this initial reduction, our troops will continue coming home at a steady pace as Afghan security forces move into the lead. Our mission will change from combat to support. By 2014, this process of transition will be complete, and the Afghan people will be responsible for their own security.
Oopsie doopsie. Turns out he chose not the middle ground, which is what I suspected, but what the reporters coming out of Washington said. He chose the lowest amount of withdrawal. He just can't stand up to the Pentagon. Can't do it. Okay? And so, by the time he leaves office, he'll have withdrawn the 33,000 of his last surge. But let me show you a graph and show you where we'll be when President Obama leaves office. Do you know that when he came into office, we had 32,800 troops? You can see it right there on the graph, right? Inauguration day in January of 2009. Right now, we're at 98,000. Some have it at actually a slightly higher number. That was September 2010, actually. We're now near 100,000 troops. Okay, the proposed withdrawal of President Obama in December of 2012 when he leaves office puts us at 65,000 troops. That is double the number of troops when President Obama took office. So what kind of exit is this? So I thought we were leaving. What happened? It turns out by the end of your term, by the end of 4 years in office, the guy who was supposed to wrap up the wars has actually doubled the number of troops in Afghanistan and will let him stay there. And then he says, well, at some point, in some way, we will wrap it up by 2014. First of all, 2014 is a magic number for President Obama. Everything gets wrapped up in 2014. Health insurance comes in, we leave Afghanistan, etc. Why is that the number? For a couple of reasons. Because it's so far out, he doesn't have to take responsibility for it. He can tell the Pentagon, oh, come on, man, let me leave like 3-4 years from now. It's going to be okay, etc. And number two, you think we're going to leave in 2014? Well, that depends. First of all, if President Obama wins, is he going to keep his promise? Or is the Pentagon going to come in and go, oh my God, no, you don't understand, we were going to leave, but it's so bad and we really need to help the Afghans, I should say, et cetera, maybe, right? But that's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario, a Republican wins and comes in and goes, yeah, we're reversing everything President Obama did. Your health care coverage by 2014, not going to happen. Leaving Afghanistan by 2014, not going to happen. Reducing or getting rid of the Bush tax cuts, not going to happen, right? So are we really leaving Afghanistan? At the end of the speech, you get a big kind of. This is part of our problems with Obama. Let's go. You know the war is useless. Look, last thing on this. Think about it, man. There are kids who are going to go over there from our country and who are going to lose limbs, who are going to die between now and 2014. For what? For what? If we already decided counterinsurgency is the wrong way to go, If all we're trying to do is prevent safe havens, and we do that with predator strikes in Yemen, in Pakistan, etc., and sometimes we send in special forces, as Vice President Biden wants us to do in Afghanistan, why are those kids dying in Afghanistan? What are you trying to accomplish? He thinks in his mind, because Obama believes in such little change, he thinks, what are you talking about? I'm going to wrap up America's longest war 3 years from now. Am I not merciful? Well, no, you're not merciful. That change, as always, is not quick enough. Why are you going to let all those kids die there for no reason for 3 more years? There's no Al-Qaeda left in Afghanistan. What are we doing there? And we just killed bin Laden. What are we doing there? So, look forward to much more war. And, today on the MSNBC show, I suggested the idea that it's possible that the defense contractors influence the Pentagon because they love big wars, longer wars, right? They don't like the little strikes. They don't make enough money on that. They like big, long wars, right? And I said that might be influencing policy. You should have seen heads exploding. Both the Democratic strategists and the Republican strategists were like, what? No, those are our generals. We just salute and we say, how long do we have to stay in the war? Would you keep us safe? Keep us safe. Okay, how many billions do I have to give to Lockheed Martin? Raytheon, what do you need? Halliburton, what do you need? Salute, salute, salute. Okay, now I'm tired of saluting. Get them out of there, man. Our kids are dying. And we're wasting all that money in there. Okay. As you can tell, I'm a little worked up about it. And by the way, the American people totally agree with me. 56% saying, we got to get out of there right away.